Happy November, everybody. This is the November 22 company update, and we've got a lot going on, so I'm going to dive right in. So the first thing, and this is kind of the overarching message of this video, is we are in full preparation mode for 2023. So inventory plans are in the fine-tuning stages. We're doing budgeting, and we're really kind of looking at what 2023 is going to be like, prepping for it in a bunch of different ways. So what we see out there in the market is, as we've talked about in a bunch of the recent videos, is that it continues to be more turbulent than it was in 2020 and 2021 from a RV demand perspective. So we're making sure that whether it's the budgeting or structure of personnel, which I'm going to go into here in a second, where it needs to be for a tougher economic environment in, really the next 6 to 12 months. Anybody's best guess, right? With the different economic factors that are going on, it's tough to know exactly where things are going, but we do know that we have some turbulence ahead and we're preparing for it. So obviously that means that we're being more conscious on things like spending, projects around the dealership, that sort of thing. We need to be more cautious, and anybody that's been in this business knows that we are a cyclical business. So that means that we have to treat our spending and whatnot a little bit cyclically. In addition, we're doing some things on the org chart side that to structure us really well for next year. So I have a whole bunch of notes, and hope you don't mind me going through some papers, but I'm going to go through some of the changes because there's a bunch on the regional org charts that are going on. So first, I'm going to announce some new positions, people changing different positions, and some exciting things going on. So the first is for Chris Bellamo. So Chris Bellamo has been with the company for a number of years as a regional service director. He is being promoted to our national fixed operations director. So that's over parts and service. And he'll be overseeing that. And I'll get to what that looks like on the service side here in a minute. JW, who's been a finance director for us, he will be moving towards a sales director. So he'll be a corporate sales director. And in that role, you're going to see him a lot doing, if you're on the sales side, doing salesperson training. Some of you that have been around since we were maybe around 10 or 12 stores might remember that I used to do weekly sales training with salespeople, and I'd even role play some different things. JW is going to be getting into a lot of that, really helping us push those 80-20 activities, sales training that I talked about on a previous video. And then Eddie Younger, who's been working up in the Northeast, will actually be moving to an F&I director role. So we have him moving, and I'll describe what F&I is going to look like, because obviously JW is moving to sales director, Eddie's moving to F&I, and I'll describe what that looks like. So let me kind of go through some of the regions here. So first off, it's easiest if I go through them by the regional VP and talk about them that way. So Joel Klein, who's overseeing our Georgia, Alabama stores, his region will be picking up the 4 New England stores. So that's Merrimack, Kingston, Union, and Raynham. And his region will also pick up Mocksville and Kings Mountain. In New England, Aaron is going to continue to perform in a regional capacity in New England for the 4 New England stores. Rick's region, so Rick Chenoweth, he is going to be picking up 2 stores. So Rick is going to be picking up the 2 New Jersey stores. So that's Toms River and Dillon's in Sewell. And in Rick's region, I'll describe, he has 2 market managers that their regions and the stores that they have are going to change a little bit. So the first market manager that I have written down is Pete Berchant. He is going to be overseeing Troy, Louisville, Collinsville, Davenport, and Davenport. And then Greg Walker will be overseeing Naperville, Richfield, Philly, Toms River, and Sewell. Rick is still going to have report directly to him, Bismarck, Minot, and Pittsburgh. So that is Rick's region. Then Larry Peter. Larry Peter is going to be moving Daniel Knight. Daniel Knight currently oversees as a market director the South Carolina stores. He will also be overseeing Raleigh and picking that up. And then Larry also, David Hirsch, my dad, will be overseeing, as a market director, the Florida stores. Fredericksburg will be reporting directly to Larry. Many of you have known that Larry has had a significant influence in F&I. He's going to continue to have a significant influence in F&I. The F&I side that I'm going to go into here in a second, sometimes it can get a little bit challenging with the banks in tighter monetary environments, specifically meaning interest rates and whatnot. So Larry's going to have a little bit more time and spend a little bit more time in the finance role as well. Okay, so speaking of finance, we might as well dive in. So Rhett remains as the National Finance Director, and he's going to have some stores reporting directly to him, but most of the stores will be going to Eddie and Ben Colino. So Rhett, the stores that are reporting to him is the North Carolina stores, the South Carolina stores, and North Dakota stores. Eddie is going to effectively have for finance all of Rick's stores plus New England. And then Ben picks up some miscellaneous stores. So Fredericksburg, Georgia, Alabama, Florida, Arizona. I think I got them all, right? So that is the finance, how finance is being broken up. Then on to service and how the service regionals, with Chris moving from a regional service director to the national fixed ops director. We have some things changing on the service side. So on the service side, we still have Cameron and David as the senior service directors. Then we have several other service directors regionally. So Cameron will be overseeing Roger Cunningham, Milo Guzman, and Mike Coward. And for Roger has North and South Carolina plus Louisville. Milo has Pennsylvania, New Jersey, and then plus Troy and Fredericksburg. And Mike Cowherd still going to be acting as a service manager, but he will help on the service side in Richfield, Naperville, and Collinsville. David Corder will be overseeing directly the New England stores. He also has Josh and Neil working for him. Josh has Georgia and Alabama stores for service, and Neil has the Florida stores for service. And then Chris Bellamo will be overseeing Roger Chamberlain directly and the Arizona stores, and then North Dakota as well. Chris will be overseeing North Dakota as well. So yes, all these org charts will be coming out in like a PowerPoint form, but I wanted to get a video out because a lot of changes. So let me go through the notes real quick, make sure I got them all. Yes. Okay, so those are all the regional changes that are coming up here for 2023, and really just structuring ourselves in a way that we are well prepared for the new year. Technically, these changes will go into effect January 1st, but as you all know, there's transition periods when we have handoffs for stores and regions, and we are in the midst of that. So we've been working with all of these people over the course of some of them as early as 60 to 90 days ago behind the scenes, but really in the last few weeks, we've been working with everybody for a smooth transition. Okay, so that is one of the ways that we are preparing for 2023. The other one is we have the manager meetings next week. So we have GMs, sales managers, service managers, parts managers, finance managers. Most of them throughout the company are going to be coming here to Jacksonville, and we are focusing on some really great training. We have a week's worth of training. Most of the department managers will be here for 2.5 days. The GMs will be here for the week of basically 8 in the morning till 5:30 at night, training scheduled for every single person. It's great stuff. We're going to be scrimmaging. We're going to be doing lots of 80-20 activities. We're going to be doing some role playing, other classes, whether it's from Prodaptive all the way through specific activities. So I'm really looking forward to seeing the group that's coming down here next week. That is the other big way that we're preparing for 2023. In addition to this week, many of you are going to be getting this video while you're at Sobel training, Total Management 1, lots of things going on. This is always a busy training opportunity, training time of year for us. And then the last thing I wanted to cover here in the November update is we have the company and some of our teammates have received a lot of recognition in the last 30 days, especially RVDA, and just wanted to make everybody aware of some cool awards and recognitions that have been going on. So first off, Campers Inn was awarded not just the top 50 dealer award that happens each year, but we were once again recognized as a top 5 dealer. They don't rank the top 50 or the top 5. They just say, here are the top 50 and here are the top 5. And we were recognized for the 3rd time as a top 5 dealer. And that's based on a panel, and it's really customer centric, innovation focused, charity focused, like all stakeholder focused. So we got that at the RVDA convention. Also, just recently, 2 weeks ago, we received the We Care Award from Care Camps. So Care Camps is the charity that most of you know about, hopefully everybody knows about, that we sponsor. So Jeff Hirsch went down to the KOA convention in Central Florida, and we were recognized as, we were given their We Care Corporate Award for the top corporate partner for Care Camps for 2022. So that was awesome that we had that recognition. In addition, Motility, our DMS provider, gave us their Diamond Award. And the Diamond Award was for how we've grown with them and also how we push them on the repair event cycle time. So repair event cycle time, or RECT or RECT, is the industry's effort to reduce the number of days out of service for customers. And we've really worked with Motility on that in a lot of different ways, and they wanted to recognize us. At RVDA, we had 2 fixed ops professionals recognized at the convention. They got a scholarship to go, really cool stuff. Ron Hooven out of Ocala and Roger Cunningham, who is Assistant Service Director out of the Carolinas. Then also at RVDA, Megan Neighbors, our marketing manager, she was recognized as part of the 40 under 40 class of 2022 at the convention. So that was really awesome. So lots of recognition happening recently. It's been a great few weeks, but really great month for the company in terms of the recognition that we've received. So that's the November update. I'm trying to keep these a little bit shorter and condense the notes, but we talked about what's going on in the market, the changes that are coming up for our company, and what we're doing to prepare for it, whether it's the training or the people. And we'll get an org chart out to everybody so that you can kind of see this. And then also some of the recognitions here in November. So it's been a great month, few weeks. We look forward to continuing to plan and get ready for next year. And I look forward to seeing well over 100 of you this coming week at the year-end training. So thanks, everybody, and let's finish off November strong.